Hey folks, welcome back. Let's build super beautiful animated splash screen like this in Flutter. In this splash screen, you can show your animation, load data, and show loading bar like this and have an action button which finishes up animation and get you to home screen. To start with, we will use Lottie animation package. So, copy this dependency and add it in your pubspec.yaml file and hit the pub get button which will download dependency locally in your Flutter project. Now, in main.dart file, we can see that our app is pointing to home screen, which contains simple app bar and text in the center. Let's start building our splash screen by simply creating one Dart file. Name it splashscreen.dart. Add stateful widget inside it and again name it splash screen. Import material.dart and return scaffold with background as white from this widget. In body, add column widget with children inside it and main axis alignment as center. We will show our animation in this column widget. To do it, first we should have that animation with us. Quickly go to app.lottiefiles.com and select best animation for your need. Here I have selected this Google one. Download Lottie JSON file of that animation. In your root project folder, create one assets folder to put your animation file in it. Now, paste your animation file inside that folder by renaming it to splashanimation.json. Now that we have our animation file, let's use it. To add it, go to that column widget and add lottie.asset widget by providing path to Lottie JSON file inside it. To make assets folder accessible to Dart, update your pubspec.yaml file and add that folder path under assets. I have already done it. Now, to navigate to next screen we will use initState method and inside that method, we will add some delay using future.delayed method with duration as 6400 milliseconds. After that delay, we will navigate to our home screen using push replacement method. Now, just point the splash screen in your main Dart file and restart your app. Boom, you have got nice animated splash screen. Now, let's enhance it further with loading bar and action button. To make animation play and pause, we will need animation controller. For that, add single ticker provider mixing in your splash screen state. Add one variable of type animation controller and name it Lottie controller. Add two Boolean variables, one for animation playing state and one for button show or hide, and both set to false. Now, in initState method, initialize Lottie controller with animation controller object. Pass this as vsync and duration of 6400 milliseconds for duration parameter. Let's write one method named togglePlay for playing and pausing animation. Inside it, add setState and check condition if animation is playing, then stop animation and if not playing, start playing animation from where we left off. At the end, toggle that Boolean value. Now let's start animation for the first time by calling this function in initState method. Now, we want to show this animation to certain duration and then pause it and show loading bar for async operation. To do that, add one future, delayed callback after starting animation and pause it by again calling that togglePlay function. Now, you can run your async task here in the callback itself. I am simulating that delay by using again future.delayed with a wait at the front. After this async task, set show button to true, which will show that action button. Now, our logic part is done so that we can start building UI. First of all, add that controller in Lottie widget. After that, let's add linear progress indicator for async task, which will show up when animation is not running and button is not there as well. I am using gray.shade 300 for color and gre.shade 100 for background color. Also wrapped it in sized box to give 80 pixel of width. To show and hide button we will use animated crossfade widget. This widget will provide us nice little animation while showing and hiding button. Pass sized box for first child and button for second child. I am using custom loading button that we created on this video, find link of that video in description. Now, for condition, we will use show button boolean and pass crossfade state accordingly. Also, add duration of 250 milliseconds. Now, for on tap, we will first of all hide this button by some delay of 100 milliseconds. This will be done by future.delayed. Now, let's play remaining part of animation. Also, remove this await so that it don't wait for this button hide part to play last animation. Now that we started animation, let's navigate to our home screen when animation completes. We will again use future.delayed to add some duration for completing animation. And, we will go to home screen by push replacement method. I have made some changes to durations. I am pausing animation after 4500 milliseconds, transitioning to home screen after 1900 milliseconds and hiding button after 500 milliseconds. Play around with this values that works for you. Also added padding of 30 pixel vertically and 20 pixel horizontally around custom loading button. We are now good to go. Let's restart our app and see how it looks. So, we've got nice animation. After it we have loading bar for that async task, and after completing it we have custom button fading up nicely. On taping it will complete remaining part of animation and takes us to home screen. I think that education should be free for everyone. If you learned a single thing from this video, then show some love on like button, and let me know which video you want next.